Good morning, children. How are you? I would like to explain biology first chapter 10th standard children. So in the previous videos I have taken chemistry classes. I am going to begin a first chapter in biology. Right? Before going to start a first lesson, I'll ask you few questions. I'll give introduction about the topic. In the previous classes, we have discussed about living and non-living organisms, right? So already we know the difference between the living and non-living organisms. On what basis? The things which breathe or growth and shows movement are rightly said that it is an alive and they are living things. The things which do not showing any characteristics such as growth, movement, right? They said to be non-living things. Living organisms have well specialized structure to make specific functions. What do we call these process? Right, children? These processes are called life process. Today, I would like to explain one of the important chapter in biology that is called life process. Right? What is the definition of life process? Observe carefully the slide, children. The processes which maintain body functions and necessary for survival are called life process. What does it mean? Life process are the basic functions, children. They are the basic functions. Who is going to performed by a living organisms. Life process are the basic functions performed by a living organisms. For what purpose? To maintain life. Right, children? They are the processes which maintain body functions and necessary for survival are called as life process. Another definition of life process. All the processes which together to keep the living organism alive and perform tasks to maintain the body are called life process. Right? That means they are not independent process. All these life process are interconnected, children. So what are the examples of life process? In your syllabus, nutrition, respiration, transportation and excretion. These are the four important life process they have included in your syllabus, children. Other important characteristics of living organism, they can reproduce, right? But so we are not considering that is also considered as a life process, but whatever they have prescribed in your syllabus, they are the major life process, children. So that is prescribed in the endocrine system and control and coordination. Clear, children? Now you understand the meaning of life process. The maintenance function of living organism must go on even when they are not doing any particular activity. For example, even when we are just sitting in the classroom or even if you are just asleep, maintenance job has to go on, right? It is a continuous process. Suppose if dog is sleeping or when we are sleeping, even though the life process has been going on, it never stops, children. Once again, the process which together to perform this maintenance job are called it as life process. Since these maintenance processes are needed to prevent damage and breakdown of energy, it is needed for them. So, there must be a process to transfer a source of energy from outside the body to the organism, which we call it as food, to inside, right? We are going to take the food from outside to inside. Why? To conduct many metabolic activity. That process commonly called as nutrition, children. So what are the four different life processes? Nutrition. What is nutrition, children? The mode of taking food and utilized in our body. So the food which contain nutrients, that nutrients required for our body to conduct many activities, right? That process is called as nutrition. What about respiration, transportation, excretion? Let us understand one by one. Clear, children? Next, already you know the definition of nutrition. The process of taking nutrients from the food is called nutrition. What are the nutrients, children? You know very well. You have studied in 6th and 7th standard. The nutrients are the essential materials which are required to our body to conduct metabolic activities. Carbohydrates, fats, proteins, water, mineral, etc. These are the important nutrients required for our body for conducting many activities. What are the modes of nutrition? There are two important modes of nutrition. Simple definition of nutrition means the mode of taking food by an organism and utilized in our body. ರೈಟ್, ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಊಟನ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಆ ಊಟ ನಮಗೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಶಕ್ತಿಯಾಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದೇ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್. ಎರಡು ಥರದ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್. ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಟೋಟ್ರೋಫಿಕ್ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹೆಟಿರೋಟ್ರೋಫಿಕ್ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್. ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಟೂ ಮೋಡ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ವೇಸ್. ಎರಡು ಥರದ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್, ಆಟೋಟ್ರೋಫಿಕ್ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹೆಟಿರೋಟ್ರೋಫಿಕ್ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್. What are autotrophic nutritions? Auto means self. Tropha means preparation. Autotrophs. Who are autotrophs? 100% plants are autotrophs. What is the main difference between plants and animals means you should say the plants are autotrophs because they are able to prepare their own food by using certain raw material like carbon dioxide, water in the presence of sunlight. Which are the examples for autotrophic nutrition, children? Plants. Then what about us? We are all belongs to heterotrophic nutrition. That means the organism depends upon other organism for food to survive. We are all belongs to human beings, multicellular organism, even including amoeba. Amoeba belongs to unicellular organism, but it cannot prepare the food like plants. So that the examples for heterotrophic nutrition are human beings, amoeba. What about autotrophic nutrition? Understand the definition of autotrophs. Autotrophs means the organisms which are able to prepare their own food. Clear? What about heterotrophs? You know the definition. Next, we can understand the process of autotrophs. What do we call the process when the plants prepare their own food? You know very well. What do we call, children? Observe the picture. Yes, autotrophic nutrition. See, photosynthesis. Clear? What does this picture depict? This picture says that this is the process of photosynthesis. This picture represents the preparation of food by the plants. Observe the light energy. Autotrophic nutrition is the process by which organism produce its own food. So, what is the definition? Plants take inorganic compounds. You are 10th standard children. You have to understand what are organic compounds and inorganic compounds. The plants take inorganic compounds. Which are the inorganic compounds? Recall once again what are the raw materials required for the photosynthesis? Carbon dioxide. What is the main source of carbon dioxide? Air. Clear? What about water? So we are adding water to the soil or plant. So carbon dioxide and water, these are the inorganic compounds. By using these inorganic compounds, the plants are converted inorganic compounds into organic compound. Which is the organic compound? Glucose. Clear? See, now understand. So what is the definition of photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is the Photosynthesis means what? Photo means light. Synthesis means preparation. Preparation of food in the presence of sunlight by using inorganic raw materials like carbon dioxide, water, light in the presence of sunlight and green pigment chlorophyll. Then, what is the role of sunlight? Okay, let us understand. There are very important three stages in photosynthesis. Lower classes, you have studied the definition of photosynthesis. But in this class, the photosynthesis takes place in major three steps. Clear? Very important question they are going to ask you children. Clear? See, three steps of photosynthesis. So they'll ask in the examination, what is photosynthesis? What are the major steps in photosynthesis? You know very well. Sunlight, you observe the picture what I have shown. What is the first point, children? Absorption of light energy by chlorophyll. You know very well. See, the plants contain, especially leaf contain chlorophyll. Why the leaves are green in color? Because of the presence of pigment, green pigment, chlorophyll. Clear? What is the job of the chlorophyll? See, the chlorophyll absorbs the light energy. Where do we get light? We get light from the sun. Without sun, the plants are not able to prepare the own food. So that raw materials, what are the raw materials? The photo. Why the word using photo? Because light energy is very essential. So that we are using the light energy. So light energy, what will happen? Absorption of light energy by the chlorophyll. That light energy helps to convert into chemical energy. Because why it is converted into chemical energy? The food is chemicals, made up of chemicals. So that conversion of light energy. What is the second step, children? First step is absorption of light energy. ಫಾರ್ ವಾಟ್? ಯಾರು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಲೈಟ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿನ? ಲೀಫಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕ್ಲೋರೋಫಿಲ್. ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಲೀಫ್ ಹೇಗಿದೆ? ಲೀಫನ್ನು ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ತೆಗೆದಾಗ ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ದ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಲೀಫ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ತ್ರೀ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್. ಎಪಿಡರ್ಮೀಸ್, ರೈಟ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಕಾರ್ಟೆಕ್ಸ್, another one is stellar region. You have studied in 9th standard. Uppermost layer of the leaf is called as epidermis. Below the epidermis, we can find a mesophyll tissue. They are having chloroplast. You have studied in 9th standard cell, the basic functional unit of cell. It is one of the important cell organelle, chloroplast. What is the color of the chloroplast? What is the pigment present in the chloroplast? Chloroplast present only in the plant cell. They trap the solar energy or light energy, right? That light energy convert into chemical energy. Clear? What is the second step? Conversion of light energy into chemical energy. What about the third step, ma'am? Reduction of carbon dioxide to carbohydrate. How can we understand, ma'am? Let us understand with explanation. Clear? Observe this slide, children. See here. So, what are the raw materials? Carbon dioxide and water. They are inorganic compounds. Clear? Where do we get carbon dioxide once again? We are getting carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. So, what is the first step, children? See, absorption. Sunlight is there, no? This sunlight is trapped by the chlorophyll. That is the first step. Then what will happen? That light energy converted into chemical energy, second step. Third step, what is that one? So, reduction of carbon dioxide, children. First step, observe carbon dioxide. What is reduction? Reduction means addition of hydrogen. So, here CO2 is there. Here what is that one, children? See here extra H will come. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡಿಗೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಇಲ್ಲೇನಿದೆ, ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಇದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲೇನು ಬಂದ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡೇ ಎರಡಿದೆ, ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ನು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಇದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲೇನು ಬಂದಿದೆ ಹೇಳಿ, ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಯಾವುದೋ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಯಾವುದು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು? ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಡಿಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ನ ಏನಂತೀವಿ? ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಇಂಟು ಕಾರ್ಬೋಹೈಡ್ರೇಟ್. ಕಾರ್ಬೋಹೈಡ್ರೇಟ್ ಯಾವುದಿಲ್ಲಿ? ಗ್ಲೂಕೋಸ್ is a carbohydrate. I hope understand children. So here observe carefully. So what is that one? Chlorophyll trap the solar energy. It changes into light energy. That chemical energy, light energy, is converted into chemical energy. That chemical energy helps to split the water. Here observe water. That chemical energy helps to split the water into hydrogen and oxygen. So which one is going to split the water? Splitting of water is called as photolysis. What is photo? Photo means light, right? Splitting, lysis means splitting. Splitting of water molecules with the help of light. Clear? Light energy converted into chemical energy. That chemical energy helps to split into hydrogen and oxygen. Here observe carefully. See, this hydrogen added to carbohydrate. Observe carefully. Addition of hydrogen to the carbohydrate. What is that one? Reduction over. Right? What about this oxygen? This is the byproduct, children. Oxygen is the byproduct which is releases to the atmosphere. What we are taking the gas. ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಏನು ಉಸಿರಾಡ್ತೀವೋ ಮಕ್ಕಳ, ಅದು ಎಂಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್. ನೋಡೋಣ, ಈಗ ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಟರ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್, ವಾಟರ್ ಆರ್ ದ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟೆಂಟ್ಸ್. What is the product, children? Glucose is the product. Understand? So, and oxygen. Name the gas liberated during the photosynthesis. Oxygen. We have studied how oxygen is liberated during photosynthesis by conducting hydrilla experiment. Remember? Clear? So, now we can understand the equation of the photosynthesis. How many carbon dioxides are required to make a glucose or sugar? 6 molecules of carbon dioxide. See, CO2 plus H2O. This is the equation, children. What is the equation? Carbon dioxide, water, in the presence of sunlight, chlorophyll. What is the food, children? Glucose, and byproduct oxygen. Clear? So then how carbon dioxide is reduces into glucose, I have explained now. Clear? Once again you check it. Carbon dioxide. So reduction of carbon dioxide into carbohydrate. This chemical energy helps to convert splitting of water molecule into H into O2. That H is passes to glucose, and what about this one? Oxygen is releases to the atmosphere. I hope understand the nutrition in plants. What is the mode of nutrition in plants, children? Once again, autotrophic nutrition, right? What do we call the autotrophic nutrition? So photosynthesis, we can say. What is photosynthesis? Photo means light, synthesis means preparation. What they are going to synthesis? Putting the things together. What are the things together? They are called as raw materials. The process in which green plants convert the simple inorganic material like water, carbon dioxide into complex organic food material, that is glucose, in the presence of chlorophyll and sunlight. This is the proper definition of photosynthesis. Clear? So if they are going to ask in the examination, write the equation of photosynthesis, means you have to write carbon dioxide, water, sunlight, chlorophyll, glucose. How many molecules of carbon dioxide required? Observe carefully. 6 molecules of carbon dioxide and 6 molecules of water in the presence of. In order to make 1 molecule of glucose, how many molecules of carbon dioxide and water required? 6 molecules of carbon dioxide, 6 molecules of water to prepare 1 molecule of glucose, and 6 molecules of oxygen is liberated. This is the balanced equation of photosynthesis. I hope understand, children. Clear? Now we can move on to see, this is the autotrophic nutrition. Now we can move on to the heterotrophic nutrition. Clear? Okay. Observe carefully. See, heterotrophic nutrition. You know that. So plants exhibit autotrophic mode of nutrition. Human beings are multicellular organism or so living organism exhibit, except plants. In remaining all we are following the heterotrophic nutrition based on the feeding habit. Again, the heterotrophic nutrition can be classified into 3 categories. One is saprophytic nutrition. Children, heterotrophic nutrition ಮತ್ತೆ ಅವುಗಳ ಫುಡ್ನ ಆಧಾರದ ಮೇಲೆ 3 ಟೈಪ್ಸಾಗಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಒಂದು ಸ್ಯಾಪ್ರೋಫೈಟ್ಸ್, ಅನದರ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸೈಟ್ಸ್, ಅನದರ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಹೋಲೋಝೋಯಿಕ್ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್. ಯಾವ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಹೇಳಿ? ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಮೋಡ್ ಆಫ್ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್. ನೋಡಿ, ಆಟೋಟ್ರೋಪ್ಸ್, ಎಟಿರೋಟ್ರೋಪ್ಸ್. ಎಟಿರೋಟ್ರೋಪ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ 3 ಥರ. ಯಾವ್ಯಾವುದು? ಸ್ಯಾಪ್ರೋಫೈಟಿಕ್ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್, ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸಿಟಿಕ್ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್ and holozoic nutrition. What are saprophytic nutrition? You know very well. Fungi, okay, mushroom, yeast, they are all belongs to, ನೀವು ಓದಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಯಾವುದು? ಡಿವಿಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್, ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಟ್ ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಏನೇನು ಮೊನೆರಾ, ಪ್ರೊಟೆಸ್ಟಾ, ಫಂಗೈ. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? ಫಂಗೈಗೆ ಯಾವುದು ಓದಿದ್ರಿ? ಈಸ್ಟು ಮತ್ತು ಮಶ್ರೂಮ್. ಇವು ಯಾವ ಥರ ಫುಡ್ಡನ್ನು ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತವೆ? ದ ಮೋಡ್ ಆಫ್ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್ ಇನ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ obtain or derive food from the dead and decaying matter. ಅಂದರೆ ಸತ್ತಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ವಸ್ತುಗಳನ್ನು ತಿಂದು ಅವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾವಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಆಹಾರವನ್ನು ಪಡಿತವೆ. ಸತ್ತಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ, ಕೊಳೆತಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ಸನ್ನು ಅವು ಬಳಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಫುಡ್ಡನ್ನು ತಿಂತವೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವನೇನಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ? ಸ್ಯಾಪ್ರೋಫೈಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಯಾಪ್ರೋಫೈಟ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಯಾಪ್ರೋಫೈಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ the organism which obtained nutrition from the dead and decaying matter. Clear? What about the examples? Bacteria and fungi. Next one is ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸಿಟಿಕ್ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್. ನಮ್ಮ ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಏನು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಲೈಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಹೊಟ್ಟೆಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಜಂತುಳುಗಳನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಸೊ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಓದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇನ್ವರ್ಟಿಬ್ರೇಟ್ಸ್, ಆಸ್ಕ್ಯಾರೀಸ್, ರೈಟ್? ಅವೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಎಂಥದ್ದು? ಲೀಚ್ ಓದಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಓಕೆ, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಬಿಲಾಂಗ್ಸ್ ಟು ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸಿಟಿಕ್ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್. ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಹೆಟಿರೋಟ್ರೋಫಿಕ್ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನಲ್ಲಿ 3 ಥರ. ಒಂದು ಸ್ಯಾಪ್ರೋಫೈಟ್ಸ್, ಕೊಳ್ತಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥವ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಅದ್ರಿಂದ ಊಟ ತಿಂದರೆ ಅವನ್ನ ಸ್ಯಾಪ್ರೋಫೈಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಆದರೆ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸೈಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ದ ಮೋಡ್ ಆಫ್ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್ ಇನ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಒಬ್ಟೈನ್ ಫುಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಅನದರ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ವಿತೌಟ್ ಕಿಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ದೆಮ್. ಹೋಸ್ಟ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಆ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ಸು. ಇವಾಗ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನಾನಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ನನ್ನ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಜಂತುಳ ಇದೆ. ಅದು ಜಂತುಳು ಯಾವುದು ನನ್ನ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ನಾನು ಯಾರು? ನಾನು ಹೋಸ್ಟು. ಸೊ ಅದು ನನ್ನ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಫುಡ್ಡನ್ನು ಪಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ನಮಗೆ ತೊಂದರೆ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ಅದನ್ನ ಎಂಥ ಮೋಡ್ ಆಫ್ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ? ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸಿಟಿಕ್ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್. ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಮಸ್ಕಿಟೋ ಮತ್ತು ಟೇಪ್ ವರ್ಮ್. ದ ಮೋಡ್ ಆಫ್ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್ ಇನ್ ವಿಚ್ organisms obtain food from another organism. Which is the another organism? Host body. ಹಂಗಾದ್ರೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗೋನು ಯಾರು? ಪ್ರೇ. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ holozoic nutrition, children. So the mode of nutrition that involves ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation of liquid or solid organic material. ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮದು ವಾಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್ ಇನ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳಬೇಕಪ್ಪ? ಹೋಲೋಝೋಯಿಕ್ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್. ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ಹೆಟ್ರೋಟ್ರೋಫಿಕ್ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಯಾಪ್ರೋಫಿಟಿಕ್ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್ಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಫಂಗೈ ಮತ್ತು ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸಿಟಿಕ್ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್ಗೆ ಟೇಪ್ ವರ್ಮ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಮಸ್ಕಿಟೋ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಏನುಗಳು ಬರ್ತವೆ, ಲೈಸು, ಮತ್ತು ಲೀಚು ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತವೆ. ಆದರೆ ಹೋಲೋಜೋಯಿಕ್ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್ ನಮ್ಮ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಫುಡ್ಡನ್ನು ತಿಂದು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಫುಡ್ಡಾಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದು ಯಾರು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸು, ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ಸ್. That's all about the heterotrophic nutrition. Next class, I would like to explain the heterotrophic mode of nutrition, digestion in humans. I hope understand. I would like to recall once again, children. Okay, so what we have studied? We have studied the definition of life process. Why life process is necessary? What are life process? They are all basic functions performed by living organisms to maintain our life. Okay, all these processes are interacting each other, interconnecting each other. They perform the functions in a well organized manner to perform to make our life successful, right? So what are the different life process? We have studied nutrition in plants. This lesson belongs to comparative study about the life process of plants versus animal. How do plants prepare the food, or how do animals prepare, how do animals depends on plants? That is nutrition. This lesson is you have to analyze while reading. Comparatively you have to understand what is the difference of the plants and animals. Why, children? Because both are also living organism, plants and animals. Biology means what? Study of living organisms only. In that living organism, you have to understand the plants at the similar way animals. Nutrition I have completed in the plant. Next, I would like to explain the mode of nutrition in animals. I hope clear. Thank you, children.